What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. So I just finished The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monika Kim. I don't know what to think about this book. A lot of it, the build-up is kind of, the slow burn is it's good. The writing is good for what it appears to be, one of her first books. I think she's only written like 2 or 3. But oh man, I just don't know where to go because the end of the book, well, the end is so, but the lead up to the end after about 150 pages, it gets really good and ominous and just messed up. It's weird, dude. This book was weird. It was different. So there's a lot of real life aspects going on throughout the book, and a lot of it is uncomfortable to get through, especially. Okay, so her mom and she has a sister. You have Ji-won, your main character. Her sister, her mom and dad split abruptly. Her mom's like totally devastated. Her mom, insert George. George is your typical idiot American. You know what I mean? He's your typical idiot American. He's a turd head to the max. As the book goes on, you start to hate him just as much as Ji-won and her sister hate him. So, you don't feel bad for him in the end. This book's, I'm probably gonna have some spoilers in here as I talk about it because, man, this book, I just don't know what to rate it. Part of me really liked it because it was so different. Part of me really enjoyed the book, but part of me, there was things that I did. Actually, the weird nitpicky things I have about the book is the cell phone usage in the book. Like, she's texting her friends and stuff, and I just was like, I don't like that. When I read, I want to escape the modern world, but that's just me being nitpicky. The writing is fine. It's in first person. It's fine. The story, the Ji-won telling her story and flashing back to her past, it's all done really good. Her mental decline and her flashbacks to different points in her life where that mental decline started to build up, which there is a reason for all of it, her mental decline, which I also thought was, kind of just like, you could have just, let her decline mentally and maybe come out of it. But it's good. The mental decline part is good. Like, Monika Kim does a good job. You're just watching Ji-won just totally collapse and become basically a psychotic, crazy person. Like, it all starts off because her mom, there's I guess a Korean dish, I don't remember what it's called now. It says in the book, her mom eats the fish eyes because fish eyes bring good luck. Ji-won and her sister are totally disgusted by this, but eventually in the book, Ji-won tries a fish eye. Well, she likes it, and she likes it a lot. And she can only think about the fish eyes now. And then she meets George and sees his nice blue eyes. Now she's starting to have a fascination with human eyes, but not just any eyes, blue human eyes. And she develops a disgusting obsession with them, and it drives her crazy. It drives her nuts. So the book's real slow building up. You're slowly watching her decline mentally. It happens gradually. It's a good 150, 180 pages before she finally snaps. And she comes out of a study group party thingamabob. And on her way back to her car, there's a dead homeless man. But what I think happened was, and here's a spoiler, she gave him some change out of her pocket and may have gave him some sleeping pills. But whether he was dead or not, she cuts an eyeball out of his head and eats it. And she's had a headache real bad, and it cures her headache. All this, it's pretty sick, dude. It's sick in the best ways. I mean, oh man, I just don't know what to think about this book. Do I want it to be a favorite? I feel so conflicted. And the whole 5 people that are going to watch this video, maybe, I don't know. We'll keep talking about it though, as long as my kids permit. It is late. We stayed up late tonight today is Wednesday, April 8th. This is my 9th book complete. I wasn't planning on finishing one night, but man, I got hooked in. Line, hook, and sinker, man. I was baited and I took it. This book, it was weird though, man. So she starts to really, she's hooked on these human eyeballs. So, and then she's still finding all this dirt on George. He's leading a double life. He's super perverted. He has a sick fetish with Asian women, and not just women, but the young ones too. She it doesn't really say that in the book, but he does stare creepily, like he creeps on her and her sister, and they're just totally disgusted by this dude. He's a freaking weirdo, man. So you start to hate him a lot. But she the second victim, she kills and eats his eyeballs. Yeah, it's messed up. And then she does it again. And now there's police activity. They're like, there's a serial killer on the loose. So now she's getting freaked out. All this time, she's making new friends at her college. A girl named Alexis, and she was becoming friends with a boy named Jeffrey, a liberal boy that basically projects too much and manipulates till he gets his way. And she begins to not like him either. And so that little bit of side story going on. Her mom is dealing with trying to navigate, they pronounce they're going to get married, her and George, but then George's true colors are shining. He's a slob, he's a pervert, he's a creep. And so all this is going on, all while Ji-won is suffering from her super duper sick fetish of eyeballs to eat them. She is sabotaging George, doing little things, hides his keys in the fridge, throws his driver's license down a garbage disposal, breaks his watch that was passed on to him by his father, which breaks him. That was the breaking point for George. So she does all this stuff. She poses as a young Asian girl on a dating site, and that's how she lures George in towards the end of the book. And it just her demise is crazy. Well, here's the biggest spoiler of the book, and I'm going to put spoilers on the thumbnail if I remember, but I'll put it in the title if I remember. If not, smite me in the comments. Her mental demise was she was suffering a brain tumor for her whole life. And right at the end of the book, she has George, she gets George on a dating website, and she gets him and catches him. And she's basically, doses his coffee up with sleeping pills so she could cut his eyes out and eat them. And while she's doing that at a construction site, Jeffrey's been stalking her all this time. He has her backpack with her original knife in it. And anyways, George comes to while she's trying to scoop an eye out, and he's strangling her and all this stuff. And Jeffrey beats him in the head with a rock. She ends up in the hospital. That's when she finds out she has the brain tumor, all this stuff. George is in the next room next to her. And so she finally gets to his eyeballs. And then this chick is, you hate George. You kind of don't like Jeffrey. But, dude, this chick is the most evil of them. Like, the stuff she does to her friends throughout the book, she's a manipulative bitch. Like, she's bad. Some of them, the homeless dudes weren't even bad people. The drunk college kid wasn't even a bad guy. Yeah, and so she sets Jeffrey up. He goes down for all of it. That's how it ends. And it ends like they're gonna leave it open for a sequel, which I would. It doesn't need a sequel. I think Monika Kim would be doing herself justice by letting this book stay standalone. I just don't know what I want to rate it. It was good, dude. I want my wife to read it because it was super. It wasn't so graphic that it's repulsive, but it was just so ominous and slow burn, and it was addicting. Like, I devoured it in one day. Like, I had plans to stretch this over 2 days and ended up reading it in one day. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Later.